stop loving him. Well,
alright, we're going to try to continue this now.
Me to say that he did.
So, pink wings. Well, sort of pink wings. Or a big pink splotch.
So, Doctor, I'm looking into an unusual case where the eyewitness didn't actually see the suspect's face. First off, have you ever seen a case where someone was identified by the way that they walked, the shape of their bodies, anything of that nature?
These types of cases do happen, but the traditional kind of lineup that we see is when somebody is identifying somebody's facial features.
So do you think these kinds of identifications can be reliable?
I think if it's somebody they know really well, that can be a very good identification, but when the eyewitness does not know the perpetrator as well, it's not going to be quite as reliable.
Apparently the shooter shouted a few quick words, so I would think that could influence the witness too.
Yes.
Another factor in this case is the eyewitness who's no longer alive, sitting in a car maybe 100 feet away from the shooting. And plus, this is at night. How much would that affect a positive ID?
Well, we're going to put all of that to the test tonight. Coming up.
The truth is true. I know he's innocent. He didn't do that. I need you to be completely honest about everything that we talked about. How much do you see your test like I know he's doing? When was it that you started using drugs?
Now, that's a cold question.
Frustrated that clean clothes you want to wear always seem to need an iron? Next time, try Bounce Wrinkle Guard dryer sheets. Just toss it in the dryer to bounce out wrinkles. We tried these shorts with Bounce Wrinkle Guard and a pair without.
I've run into a tiny
Bounce Wrinkle Guard
problem,
shorts have fewer wrinkles
which
and
is an
static
easy
and more
fix.
softness. It's the world's first mega sheet that does the job of 3 dryer sheets. It also comes
very,
in unscented. If
very
you don't love Bounce Wrinkle Guard,
easy
we'll give you your
fix,
money back.
which
Yeah?
you'll see in a minute.
Okay. There's bandages in the cabinet. I'm bleeding. Grab 2.
Sheba, what cats want?
At Coffee, we've got a little something for everyone.
So with the pencil, I didn't draw the back wing.
Protein.
So there's going to be one
Fair trade
big
coffee.
ass spot. It's going to be the wing.
And blueberry clusters. Coffee, nutritious ingredients,
you
and
see
flavors everyone loves.
The King is
in a
calling
New
to
York
tell us
minute.
about the 3 for 3 deal.
I get a double cheeseburger,
Fries?
get a drink for only $3.
First, I had to
This sounds like a win-win-win situation.
do some
Sometimes they're calling with a 3 for 3.
straight
Order
improvising here.
Your way, way better.
Okay, it was an accident.
He was tickling me.
I'm not Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Whoops. But Julie has Resolve Pet Expert. Its latest formula attacks odors at the source.
No odor, no stain, no nothing.
Whatever happens, no big deal. Resolve.
When their sensitive skin runs into messy stains,
FYI, the art in martial artist does not include painting. Or at least not for this martial artist.
Try All Free Clear, the #1 detergent brand for sensitive skin.
At Marco's,
So I'm going to have to
medium, one topping pizzas for just
do some more
$6.99.
touch-up stuff.
Get the ultimate
Ah,
topping
crap.
cooked at over 400
I actually am using hot water instead of cold water. Well, that explains a lot.
For contact-free delivery,
Hot water kind of reduces the
The jelly rancher cookies are about to hatch.
the ability for the paint to actually
I have a big taste
solidify
just
with
like
watercolors. So clearly that was a fracking accident.
For over 75
The good news is this video won't be as long as the first one, because all I have is to paint the wings.
For over 75 years, people have saved money with Gecko. What did I say? Gecko. I said Gecko. Oh. For over 75 years... Keep it together. For over 70... What are you doing now? Don't make me laugh.
And you also get commercials in here.
For over 75 years.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
In this time of social distancing, and taking a break from everyday life is critical to everyone's health, there is one thing we can all do together. Complete the 2020 census. Your responses are critical to plan for the next 10 years of healthcare,
All right,
infrastructure, and education.
let's try and
Let's
speed
make
this
a
up
difference
now.
Together, by taking a few minutes to go
This
online to
brushing.
2020census.gov.
Hot
The
water.
well-being of your community will help shape America's future.
With so many nourishing shades, a color change is
One thing about painting is you have to actually know what you're doing.
It nourishes wild
Clearly I don't.
plus avocado, olive, and shea. Change a little or a lot
But I'm probably going to shoot a bow and arrow through this.
Is there a better alternative to braces?
So yeah, I basically paint targets. Because right now I'm poor and I don't have any money to go out and buy targets. Targets are expensive for archery. No. While we're here, let me tell you a little story about archery. So, 4 years ago, I was told by my doctors at the military hospital that I would no longer be able to do martial arts. My Asian physical therapist said we're going to make sure that's not an option. Because I told him, yo, I can't live without Kung Fu. And the doctors told me, you know, you need to get a hobby so that you can replace your Kung Fu. So being part Native American, I thought to myself, hey, I'll just go buy a bow and arrow. Which I did. Which was quite fun for a while. And I wanted to get a compound bow, and sadly stuff really started going wrong in life and have never really bounced back since. So I'm still going through a rough patch. Like a 10-year rough patch. But it's only been 5. And so when they told me that under no circumstances ever will I be able to do martial arts again, it almost killed me. It literally almost killed me. So when I got my bow and arrow, first target I bought was pretty cheap. You know, the second target, which was a thicker target, was very expensive. And I hadn't been able to buy any more. So I glued these paper targets to the base of the thing that catches the targets. And that prevents a lot of stuff from going wrong. But, however, you know, freaking as time would have it, I didn't get bored with it. I just got like sidetracked. And then when I finally got clear to do martial arts again, it was a no-brainer. I stopped doing archery. I probably still can shoot fairly well, as long as you don't look at the shed that's mine, because the shed is covered in arrow holes from accidents.
So, Doctor, what does this test tell you?
Well, she was pretty accurate. There was one, I don't know when the perpetrator was not her friend, but overall she was able to differentiate between the person that she knew and the people that she didn't.
Based on this test, do you think it's possible that a person could make an identification from 100 feet away, dark like it is now, on a person that they knew and they didn't see their face?
It certainly seems possible.
Well, that guy's case might have just went up in smoke.
So, Michael, as you know, we're here for Roosevelt Miles' family. We know that you may have some information about the night of the murder. So are you willing to talk to us about that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So Roosevelt went by the nickname Blue, right?
Yeah.
How do you know Blue?
We grew up together.
You grew up together. What's Blue like?
He's a character. You know, he likes to joke around a lot.
Tell me what you remember about that night that Tony Brandon was murdered.
It's been a while.
But you do remember seeing Blue that night?
Yes.
Where do you remember seeing him?
We was right here at this building right
Is that building right there?
Yes. We was all together. And that Blue left.
Blue left?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we heard a couple of bullets fired off. You know, didn't think nothing of it.
Where were you when the gunshots went off? Are you outside here or are you in a car?
In the car.
You hear some gunshots?
Exactly.
You don't even get scared?
No. You know,
Everyday thing here.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, at some point,
Well,
do
don't
you see
live
Blue
there.
again?
When the gunshots rang, Blue was coming out of the pocket.
Did you guys talk?
Yeah, he's ready to go home.
Since Blue wasn't with you, is it possible that he was the shooter?
No time. He can go around there to shoot anybody. When the shooting went off, he was coming out the building. Blue came out, 20 seconds?
So you don't think it's possible that
no
he was
way,
the shooter?
no way. It wasn't even a minute. It was like 20 seconds.
How about what you know about Blue? I mean, is he violent? Does he go around robbing people?
No, Blue really didn't fight. Never pick up a gun. It's not Blue. Talking about robbing or killing or anything like that. That's not Blue. No, no way.
I'm gonna be out of pink paint
Did the
by
police
the time this is done.
ever talk to you about that night?
Not.
No?
No.
You gotta explain this to me, because if my friend was getting these charges and I knew that they weren't involved, I would obviously speak up and go to the police.
I didn't know to the extent that they were really pursuing them.
You're not lying for your childhood friend?
For what? Why should I lie?
You were friends?
Okay, but still, I won't put myself in that position to lie about something like that. Blue is not that person. No way. He never hold a gun. My knowledge is not. Even like me, scared. You know, we wasn't into none of that. And there's no way he could have done it. I just wish I could have just been more formal.
Coming up, does Roosevelt seem like the kind of guy who would be called upon by a gang to carry out a hit?
Was there ever a time that you joined the game?
I wouldn't even call it a game.
What would you call it?
Vice Lords.
Roosevelt? That's a game.
Damn.
Are you tired of clean clothes that just don't smell
Yeah, I have
clean?
to say,
What if your clothes could stay
because,
fresh
you know,
for weeks?
as a martial artist and some of the shit that I watch these people go through in these court shows on the IG channel,
Way longer than detergent alone.
you know,
Pour a cap of Downy
sometimes
Unstoppable
people
into your
dig
washing
themselves
machine
in graves
before
that they
each
can't
load.
get out.
And enjoy fresher smelling
And if
laundry
you're gonna
for
do
up to
bad,
12 weeks.
you know,
This
eventually
power
it will
burning
catch up with you.
It still smells fresh.
So, you know,
If you
the
want
only
laundry to
bad
smell fresh
things
for
I've
weeks,
done was in
make
my
sure you have Downy
childhood.
Unstoppables in wash
Some of the
boxes.
adult things that I do is bad is I just talk about people really bad. Most of those people are people I want to punch in the face. You know, maybe kids whose asses need to be broken or at least spanked. Yes, I believe in spankings. I'm sorry, I got spanked. I turned out just fine. No,
Layers of soft syrup with
there's nothing
fudge
wrong
and
with
crunch.
spankings.
So let's raise our
But there's a difference
reputation
between a
to
spanking
make
and an
it
abuse.
Call, click, or visit
You know.
the DQ drive-thru. In these unprecedented times,
It would behoove you parents to know the difference between a spanking and abuse.
If you have an essential eye care need, visit our
No.
website to get connected to one of our doctors. Vision Works. See the difference.
Yeah, this is taking longer than I thought.
By Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance.
There he is. Oh, wow. You're doing really great.
My parents never did that to me when I
If you want to
was
talk, I
working.
can break it 3.
Okay. I'm going. Like I wasn't here. Keep doing it, buddy.
Switch to Progressive and you can save hundreds. You know, like the sign says.
This new cheese coat is so extra.
Extra cheesy, extra tangy, extra fierce.
Cheese on
I can tell you.
Hey, how do I look?
Delicious.
Oh.
New extra cheesy cheese-it.
If you need a new appliance now, no matter what kind of appliances you need, the Home Depot has
Water paint.
container.
What a concept.
Get your entire order online. Check ratings and reviews. Schedule free delivery. And get the appliances you need without even leaving home.
Maybe they'll see the lights. They normally don't. That's why I was going while it was super quiet in the house.
Viewers get more done.
But you know, I'm not very lucky in life.
Guilty of murder in the first degree.
We're gonna get you out of there, okay?
What's up, danger? Can't stop me now. What's up, danger?
Allergies with sinus congestion and pressure? Go to the pharmacy counters for power.
So while y'all watching me paint, you should know that eventually I am going to do some song covering, which means everyone here is going to go deaf.
At Olive Garden, We're all
No, not in the house. I mean on YouTube in general. All 89 of you are going to go deaf. My count might be a little off. There might be actually 90 of you now, since I have invited some other people to join my channel. Not sure if they'll take the invite, but you never know.
And now, water rose micellar water by Garnier, naturally.
Allergies with nasal congestion make it feel impossible to breathe. Get relief behind the counter with Claire's.
But yeah, I'm almost done. I'm almost done.
2 times more than the leading allergy spray at hour 1. Claire's MD. Get more airflow.
Damn it.
Restaurant Impossible returns with the most life-changing season ever.
We raised $118,000.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna make you proud.
Season premiere, Restaurant Impossible, Thursday, May 14th at 9 on Food Network.
I don't know if because the dark hair resembled a female monkey or smell like one. Monkeys like sticky stuff, so maybe that's why the monkey liked me. So I smell like one.
I have no idea what the hell that was about.
Guy just come on through here.
Things will change.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hit Series returns Tuesday, June 2nd at 10, only on ID and ID Go.
So y'all should know that watercolors are like the hardest colors to paint with. Regular paint, at least you got a fighting chance if you have enough supplies. With watercolors, your supplies are limited. The only thing you don't run out of is fracking water.
Number one, they say the shooter had to have been taller than Roosevelt, and the trajectory proves it. What was the trajectory of this bullet?
According to the autopsy report, the bullet entered the victim in the stomach area and exited in the back. Basically, a level trajectory.
That was a pretty good shot.
What does that say about the height of the shooter?
That would indicate that the shooter had to have been very close in height to the victim.
The victim in this case is 5'6", and Roosevelt is 5'8". Is that in the same range?
Yes.
So when the family says that the shooter would have had to have been much taller than Roosevelt, they're incorrect.
Yes.
Damn.
Based on everything you've seen,
Roosevelt's in deep trouble.
Draw of what happened that night.
I believe the shooter was within a few feet of the victim when the first shot was fired. My guess is the victim would have then doubled over in pain. And I believe the second shot entered the subject's left shoulder and lodged in the subject's right pelvis. And I believe that the second shot is probably the one that killed him.
Now, the family's next concern is
I'm almost done,
the shooter had to have been
and
left-handed.
I'm almost out of pink paint.
Roosevelt, the convict, he's right-handed. Now, I have my ideas about that, but what do you make of it?
There's no way to determine whether someone was using their dominant or non-dominant hand.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Because in the military, they teach you to shoot with your dominant and non-dominant hand.
There was nothing in the crime scene evidence that would prove
It's part of boot camp training. You learn to shoot with both hands. For qualification, you learn with your dominant hand. But when you run in your drills, you use both hands.
I'm looking into a murder case that took place in
Also, if you are assigned on the left side, then you're going to use your left
Were
hand.
you heavily involved in gangs back
For
then?
like when you're in cover.
Heavily involved in the gang and streets.
Tell me more about that.
At least that's how it was done when I was at Fort Benning.
We were all a product of our environment in this community. High drug activity and gang activities.
What gang were you a part of?
I was a part of the Vice Lords.
How did you get out of the gang lifestyle?
By the grace of God.
What was this neighborhood like back in the 1990s?
Gangs ran the communities. Gangs were the employers of the community. This neighborhood was infested with crack, killings, prostitution.
So let's move on to the Roosevelt Miles case. Do you remember the case?
I heard of it, but I didn't know him.
You've had a chance to look over the police files. Does this crime look like a random robbery to you?
Just from my experience, it don't look like a robbery.
But Octavius told police that the shooter came up and said, "This is a stick-up."
But Money says that. Stick up. Normally, when somebody gets stepped up, they pull a gun out and tell them, you know what time it is. That time of night, it wasn't a robbery. And
So then what's it look like to you? What kind of crime?
An assassination.
That has revenge written all over it.
Does Roosevelt seem like the kind of guy who would be called upon by a gang to carry out a hit?
His background don't say nothing about aggressiveness, nothing about murdering, killing, harming people.
Good news.
I know that he was
My back hurts.
convicted.
Great news. This dragon is done. I'm not going to touch it anymore with any paints. Put them up in this basket.
He's out at 2:45 in the morning, and he's around the corner from where the murder takes place. None of those things look good.
None of them look good, but none of them immediately suggest that he's involved. Think about it. At 2:45,
I'm about to show you guys this masterpiece, or as I like to say, this trashterpiece.
Who does that? Nobody does that unless they
So,
absolutely know that there will
you guys
be
can get a good look at
that spell setup. Person jumps out, says
what I'm going to put an arrow through. I'm probably going to do more. I just don't think I'm going to use paint. Probably going to find some markers and go to town on it with markers. So, thanks for watching.